What's good, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Life with your boy Tyler. Another episode of Worthy Wednesday. I appreciate y'all tuning in. This episode, I want to talk about my love for hip hop music and hip hop culture. Just to clear the air, I'm not a hip hop connoisseur. I'm not a hip hop head. I don't claim to know, everything. I don't have like hip hop albums archived in my, my room or a storage bin or anything like that. I'm just a fan of the culture, of the music, and what it was originally created to be. And yeah, I'm just a fan. I just want to share with y'all some of the artists and some of the music that inspires me and really correlates to the brand message of Worthy Beings. So yeah, I'm gonna share with you some of those artists as well as some of their songs. But before I get into those different artists, I just want to preface this video, or just introduce the video, talking about an interview that I watched with Yasin Bey, aka Mos Def. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all know Mos Def, the rapper, the actor. And so he played in 16 Blocks. He killed it in that movie. He was talking about, what hip hop was, how it was when it first was introduced and created, and to basically what it is today. So I just want to talk about that for a second, because I think it really has a correlation with life in general today. So he talked about like how first, obviously hip hop was about the culture, right? It started with the music, The music was the core, was the soul of, everything. And then it started to adopt other parts, like, the graffiti and the breakdancing and the DJing, and then the MCing. It was about that, the culture, right? But then, once it became recognized that it was able to generate some income and some revenue, that people would actually pay for certain, things like a mixtape, or, parties, a DJ that they would want to go see perform and play a certain type of sound or a tune, and put their own spin on it. Once they, realized that and recognized that, that's when it became about cultivating the personality he was talking about. And so basically they would choose different personalities that people will respond to. Like a Tupac, he got the thuggish personality, that's his personality, So people respond to that, so we're gonna take that and we're gonna sell that. But then it became, to make it easier, they just started picking different people, just as many people as they can, and then they started to sell a persona. So basically these artists they're being given a persona to portray, and in return they're being paid for it. Even if that's not real, even if that's not who they truly are, it doesn't matter, because we're paying you to portray a certain image and a certain persona. And so that's what it became. At first it was the personality that they sold. They chose different people with certain personalities. But, to make it easier, instead of searching out a certain person with a certain personality, we just said, how about we just create the persona and we just stick it to whoever we find. Whoever got a little bit of talent out here, let's just put it on them. And so that's what it became. He said, when we see artists, or creative people conforming to that type of, machinery, what energy might they have to criticize their local government or their state government, or just have any opinion at all about what's going on? And that really just struck a chord with me, because creativity, and imagination is really integral to making change. And if they are stopping that, they stopping you from being imaginative and being creative by giving you something to conform to. What do we, as the youth, the future, what do we have to look forward to in the future? Not really much, because things are going to perpetuate and stay the same. He talked about how corporations have successfully bribed those charismatic figures in hip hop with money and flattery. But what he said is, which is interesting, is that it's not even the money that really is causing, these people to sell out. It's really the quote unquote social access you know what I'm saying, that they are perceived to have. You know, you were invited into this exclusive club that nobody but people like you know what I'm saying, your peers. Now you have a new set of peers. You know what I'm saying? You get to sit in this velveteen chair. And it's like, to a lot of those artists, that's a very intoxicating proposal, especially if you come from an ignored or marginalized part of the world, and now all of a sudden you're treated like this precious and rare thing. You know what I'm saying? And then he went on to explain how that he read an article that was about Josephine Baker, and in the article it stated how it's better to be treated like a rare and precious thing rather than an ugly and horrible thing, but it's still to be treated like a thing. And people like those artists, they don't really see it that way. They don't see it as them just being treated as a thing or a puppet or a device used to control and influence the masses, you know what I'm saying, in a way that they don't really have control over, like, because they're being controlled to control the masses. But to bring light back to the situation, he said that he does feel and believe in his heart that hip-hop will find its center again, eventually. But he was saying, like, at the moment, you know what I'm saying, the biggest names and the most charismatic figures and personalities, they are dizzy and disoriented, you know what I'm saying, off of what they perceive to be mainstream success. And he was saying it's ironic though, because when you think about how hip-hop came about, it really came up without any of that, almost rejecting that. And I'm saying we don't care about what y'all think. We're doing this why? For our own incentive. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the things that this is an expression of what we're going through, what we're experiencing, and we can care less about what people think about it, because it's our reality. But today is different because artists are doing it for that quote-unquote mainstream success. You know what I'm saying? They do care about what people think, the numbers. They care about who doing the best, who making the most sales, you know what I'm saying? Billboard charts and Grammy nominations, Grammy awards, you know what I'm saying? Record sales, most spins, and you know what I'm saying? It's almost become a sport more so than an art. But that's just the commercialization and the pimped out game that it's become, you know what I'm saying? So, but he was saying that when these artists submit themselves to that type of machinery, you know what I'm saying, where they worrying about, like I said, the numbers, the TV, the radio play, the Billboard charts, the Grammy nominations, that's the perfect opportunity for them to become suppressed. So that's what he was talking about. That's what Yasin Bey, Mos Def, shout out to Mos Def for that. With that being said, I just wanted to take that and say, I feel that there are a few artists out here who are still, keeping the movement of hip-hop going, you know what I'm saying? The culture is still alive, you know what I'm saying? The culture is more than just making music or words on a beat or words to make you move and dance. It's more to that. It's also the educational aspect, you understand? Because who listens to hip-hop? Who listens to hip-hop the most? The youth. Young people listen to hip-hop. So if we're not educating them, or if these artists aren't educating the youth, all they're doing is hindering them, right? Because that's something that they listen to on a daily basis. People listen to music on a daily basis, so that's becoming their curriculum. That's becoming what they learn. That's becoming the way that they view life. You know what I'm saying? The lenses that they view life through are based on the things that they hear, that they see, that they consume. So if you're not educating them, all you're doing is hurting them. Because if you ain't educating them, you're talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're giving them false hope about things, about the American dream with the cars and the houses and the jewelry and shit, but you don't really tell them how to obtain those things. You know what I'm saying? Other than selling drugs and shit like that. Like, that ain't the way, you know what I'm saying? But, or going to the NBA or the NFL, you know what I'm saying? But that's not really educating them, man. So, some of the artists that I think are still out here doing good things in this hip-hop community are my boy Logic. If y'all know about him, look him up. He looked like a white boy, but he's actually mixed. His daddy is black, his mama is white. But he just took on the white side. He got like curly hair, straight curly hair. super pale skin, you know what I'm saying? But this guy grew up in harder times and rougher situations than most people who black, you know what I'm saying? Black as night. You know what I'm saying? His brothers was drug dealers, his mom was on drugs. I think his dad was a drug addict. He talked about it in all his music. But yeah, he made it out of that. He made it out. So another one is my boy J. Cole, of course, man. We already know what J. Cole about. Coming from a small town like Fayetteville, North Carolina, he saw a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? He talked about it in all his music. A lot of his boys and his friends were in the streets, you know what I'm saying, into selling drugs and things like that, but he didn't allow himself to get caught up in it. He talked about it in all his music. So another one is my boy Boss, which is he's actually signed to J. Cole's label Dreamville. And it's crazy because Boss, he was a drug dealer, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. And I think him and Cole went to school together in college. Cole didn't deal the drugs though, but Boss was doing that. And even after J. Cole got his success with the music, you know what I'm saying, Boss was still out there. But Cole, I guess they used to like rap together, you know what I'm saying, freestyle or whatever. And Cole, like, he recognized the talent that Boss had, so he was encouraging, like, man, come on, man, just make this music, man. Like, you don't have to be on this corner. So it took him a while though to finally be like, all right, man, I'm gonna make this music. But Cole encouraged him, he got him, and now he one of the best artists out, man. Like, seriously. I just want to play y'all a couple songs and I just want y'all to hear what I hear. I'm gonna start off with my boy Logic.
Full of dreams, I know I'ma do it, go get it by any means. Serving food for the thought like it's rock to the fiends. I said this shit for years, but it's life ain't what it seems. Saying that you can't just solidifies you never will. Say you would, say you could, but you ain't got the skill. You gotta climb the highest mountain to master the hill. You gotta climb over your ego to master your will. Give up on your dreams for a suit and a pension, goddamn. I hope you're here for the intervention. You say you would if you had the money, don't make me mention it. Don't cost nothing but time for you to pay attention now. Don't get me wrong, I know there's people out there hating on you.
I mean, just listen to what he's saying, man. Like, saying that you can't just solidify, you never will. Say you could, say you would, but you ain't got the skills. You gotta climb over your ego to master your will. You gotta climb over the mountain to master the hill. You gave up on your dreams for a suit and a pension. God damn. You say you would if you had the money. Don't make me mention it don't cost nothing but time for you to pay attention. It don't take nothing but time for you to pay attention and see and wake up. You know what I'm saying? See what you want to do, what you're supposed to be doing, but you put all these limits and excuses on yourself, and guess what? You stay stagnated. Next song, Lord Willing.
Okay, now this how I'm feeling. Lately I'm like a feeling, cause while they on that other shit I've been posted, I ain't chilling. Lord willing, I survive, but not like that 9 to 5. You know this, that shit that you bumpin' in your whip while you drive. I've been living life, and I hope that you do the same. Cause if you ain't doing what you love, it's only you to blame. Come on, I've been through the game. By the time that they know my name, I'm down for the pain. This music, my Novocaine. Lord willing, we overcame.
I've been living life, and I hope that you do the same. Cause if you ain't doing what you love, it's only you to blame. Dope, man. Run it.
Me and my team gotta intervene. What's the point of living if you ain't living a dream? We live in a world where everybody want everything. Everybody want a better thing. Trying to figure like it's picture perfect, but it's just the editing. Man, the game been waiting for a better king. I've been posted with my queen like a better king. Screaming money anything, cause it ain't. I had a dream, I would run again and kill it.
Had a dream, can you feel it? Motherfucker wanna push it to the limit, get up in it, make the shit offended. Yeah, you know I wanna win it on my independent. I've been at it like an addict, never at the party like I'm democratic, out of static on the radio.
Blast off the plane whenever I land, no part of the plan. Anything you wanna do, you can. Just go and get it, fuck them if they don't love it, be above it. Unless you're thinking your profession gonna be rap. Matter of fact, you should take a step back, cause I run it.
All part of the plan, anything you want, then you can. Just go and get it, fuck them if they don't love it, be above it. Unless you're thinking your profession gonna be rap, matter of fact, you should take a step back. Cause I run it. You know what I'm saying? And when you listen to that, obviously he's not saying he's the best in the game. He's better than anybody. You know what I'm saying? He's just saying that to him, yeah, you the best at what I'm the best at what I do. You know what I'm saying? If you're thinking about stepping into this ring in this industry with me, guess what? Just be aware that I'm the best. You should think twice. But he's not saying it in a cocky way. It's a confidence, man. People gotta realize you the best at what you do. You got a unique purpose on this earth, a unique set of gifts and talents that only you can do. And that's just what he's saying, man. Like, just real shit. This next one is my boy J. Cole, Change.
My intuition is telling me there'll be better days. I sit in silence and find whenever I meditate. My fears alleviate, my tears evaporate. My faith don't deviate, ideas don't have a date. But see, I'm growing and getting stronger with every breath, bringing me closer to heaven's doors with every step. As we speak, I'm at peace, no longer scared to die. Most niggas don't believe in God, and so they terrified.
He said, I sit in silence and find whenever I meditate. My fears alleviate, my tears evaporate. My faith don't deviate, ideas don't have a date. The place that he is in his life, obviously, when I meditate in silence, he silently meditates. His ideas don't have a date, meaning he's not putting a deadline on the things. He's not living in the future. You know what I'm saying? Or he's not living in the past, he's living in the right now. You know what I'm saying? And here in the present, that's the most precious time that you could live in. That's the gift. That's why it's called the present. That's why J. Cole can make a whole album with no features and go platinum. Because he in tune with his own self, his own soul. He's not one of these charismatic figures who selling out for the mainstream success like Yasin Bey was talking about, Mos Def was talking about. He's not one of them. That's why on the day that his album came out, this new album, For Your Eyes Only, guess what he was doing? He was in a gym hooping, not worrying about no numbers. All he worries about, okay, my art is out there, my project is out there for the people. And they gonna hear it and they gonna do whatever they want to do with it. It's about the culture. That's why I rocks with J. Cole all day long. So now let me get into my boy Boss.
You never thought I'd make it this far, did you? You always had to make it hard for me. But I'm a motherfucking star, bitch, didn't you know? Can't you hear that applause for me? My brother, he told me some niggas just wanna be safe. And some niggas just wanna be great.
Which one are you?
Let's go make history today. Let's go make history today. Boy, use your brain, only your heart can lead.
Only your heart can lead.
Figure your way, man, this shit ain't for me to say.
You never thought I'd make it this far, did you? You always had to make it hard for me. Don't you hear that applause for me? Don't you hear that applause for me? Some niggas just want to be safe. And some niggas just want to be great. Let's go make history today. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the educational part, man. That and my boy Logic, how he motivating people, telling people like, go live your dream, man. Don't settle for no don't sell out or settle for no fucking 9 to 5 or for anything. So yeah, man, that's just my spiel for the day. I love hip hop. I always have. I grew up on hip hop. I'm still growing up on hip hop. And as long as we got artists like J. Cole, Logic, and Boss, man, I think hip hop is good. Obviously, it's sick right now. It could be a whole lot better, but I'm just hopeful for the best and for the future, man, with artists, like I said, like the ones I just named. Yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, just give it a thumbs up, man. Just give it a quick like. And if you aren't subscribed already, just please do so. So I appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode of Worthy Wednesday. As always, man, stay worthy. Keep your mind state free. Never let nobody tell you what you can't do in this world. You hear me? It's your boy Tyler, and I'm out. Peace.
It's the return of the Mr. Burn suckers, not herpes infested, just perfectly blessed with a style that you can't F with. Protection recommended, cause code the definition of a weapon that can end it. You know, mass destruction when I mash the button. I take your favorite Ranger rapper, left them independent, crying in the corner, cause I ain't in the sorta. Kinda dissing niggas, I'm borderline addicted to slaughter. Line of niggas in order of who you think can really fuck with me most. Then I tuck the heat close, if he don't duck then he goes. Ain't no need for destruction if they want to talk about the bread. These motherfuckers be toast. Got the fake deep rappers, the OG gatekeep rappers. Then would you take a break, please, rappers? Bunch of words and ain't saying shit. I hate these rappers, especially the amateur 8-week rappers. Lil whatever, just another short bus rapper. Fake drug dealers turned tour bus trappers. Napoleon complex, you diss tall rappers. Get exposed in the next to 6'4" rappers. The streets don't fuck with you, you piss poor rappers. Chosen by the white man, you hit store rappers. I reload the clip, then I hit more rappers with that straight shit. And all these piss poor rappers, I'm back. Yeah. Never knew a nigga that was better. Revenue, I'm good at getting cheddar. Reminisce some days I didn't need. If it's meant to be, then it'll be. If it's not, then fuck it, I'ma try. Ain't no need to ask to follow, I know. Cause one day everybody gotta die. One day everybody gotta die. Oh. One day everybody gotta die. One day everybody gotta die. My nigga.